bulking shakes. Gaining weight can be super hard for a lot of skinny guys, so if you're sick and tired of eating big meal after big meal, this is where bulking shakes can make your journey way easier, especially if you were like me, where you had a fast metabolism, skinny frame, and a low appetite. Then high calorie drinks can be your bulking saviour. So, in this video I'm going to be making 3 calorie dense protein shakes for all preferences. One will be made without oats or nuts to ensure a super smooth consistency. The second shake will be made completely without protein powder for anyone who can't access or afford it. And lastly, the third option will be my go-to ultimate bulking shake, jam-packed with as much protein and calories as possible. Each shake will have almost 1000 calories or above and be super easy to make. So, without further ado, let's get into it. The first shake we're going to be making is the one without oats or nuts. So for this you'll need protein powder, Greek yogurt, milk, a chocolate bar of your choice. In this case I'm going for a Mars bar, and then get yourself a banana. First things first, pour in 300 milliliters of full fat milk. Then add 100 grams of your Greek yogurt. And for the protein powder you can use a chocolatey flavour, so I'm using cookies and cream from Legion Athletics. And if you use my code BECKLES at the checkout, this will save you an extra 20% off your whole order and help me out a ton. Now that you've got your Legion protein powder, go ahead and add in 2 scoops to the shake. Then break up a banana and chuck it in. Finally, just add the Mars bar and then you're all good to blend it up. This shake is honestly so easy to consume and the consistency is just perfect. You could always replace a Mars bar with Oreos or other chocolates if you prefer, as Oreos go pretty well with the cookies and cream protein powder. Now on to shake number 2, a protein shake without protein powder. So how on earth can we make this? For this shake you'll need oats, they can be any type of oats, ideally the highest calorie ones. Then some vanilla ice cream, blue milk again, cocoa powder, smooth peanut butter, Oreos, and lastly 2 eggs. Now I'll get into the reasoning behind this soon, so don't worry. First up, you want to blend 50 grams of oats on their own to turn it into a powder. The reason for this is that the consistency becomes so much better and eliminates the problem of having to chug down thick oats left at the bottom of the shake. Trust me, I've been there so many times, you don't want to miss this step. Once that's all blended, go ahead and add in 300 milliliters of milk, 100 grams of your ice cream, 1 tablespoon of smooth peanut butter, 2 Oreos, and then 2 eggs. Now, with the eggs you want to make sure that they're salmonella free. Eggs are just a great way to increase the protein. I know it seems a little crazy, but honestly you won't even taste them in your shake. To top it off, add a small tablespoon of cocoa powder, which helps with the flavour. In total, this shake comes to 931 calories and 39.2 grams of protein. Now, I know this isn't like a crazy amount of protein, but considering how cheap the ingredients are and no use of any protein powder, I'd still say that's pretty good. With these shakes, you can have them anytime and anywhere, so I'd recommend having one after a workout or even just sip it throughout the day. Because some of the shakes are pretty calorie dense, one thing I like to do is drink half of the shake in the morning, so with my breakfast, and then put it in the fridge and drink the other half in the evening, so after a workout or just as I'm about to go to bed. That way it just feels a lot lighter. Now on to the third and final shake. For this you'll need protein powder, oats, milk, Nutella, peanut butter and olive oil. Start by pouring out 70 grams of your oats, ideally into the pot, then go ahead and blend it. Here you can see a bit more clearly how fine the oats really are, so you can barely even notice them in the shake. Now you can add 2 scoops of protein powder. Another great flavour from Legion is Dutch chocolate and vanilla. They both work very well with every shake. After that, go ahead and add in 300 milliliters of milk. I've been going with full fat milk just as it has a bit more calories and it's really good for bulking. After that, you can pour in 200 milliliters of water. Next up is the peanut butter, so add in 2 tablespoons of that, followed by 2 tablespoons of Nutella just for taste, and lastly the olive oil. Now, people freak out when they hear olive oil in a shake, but you won't even taste 1 tablespoon in such a packed shake like this. And the Greek people have been eating bread and olive oil for hundreds of years, so I'm sure you'll survive. Although, don't do something stupid and add in like 10 tablespoons to each shake. And there you have it. An extremely calorie dense bulking shake. And if you're a student or you just work a lot, you can store it in a bottle and sip it on the way to work or even on the bus. I always tend to have 1 high calorie shake a day as it just makes bulking so much easier and more enjoyable rather than having to force feed loads of dry chicken and rices. So guys, that's all of the shakes made, and now I'm going to give you my opinion on how they taste and what you can add or swap in to increase the calories and protein a little bit more. Starting with shake number 1, Now in terms of overall taste, this definitely wins, as it's literally just a milkshake. It is a little bit sugary due to the Mars bar, but all the other ingredients are pretty low on sugar, so it's not super unhealthy. Now on to shake number 2, the no protein powder shake. Now I'll be real with you, it definitely doesn't taste bad, but it's not as great as like the Mars bar ones or any of the other shakes, but it's not horrendous. It's not one of those drinks that you just chug down, you feel like you're gonna throw up. It's in that mid-tier sort of bracket, you know. It is missing a little bit of flavour, you know. It's missing the calories and a bit of a kick, so it's a good option if you're low on supplies or can't afford protein powder, that it definitely has its uses. Now, moving on to the third and final Balkan shake. In terms of just results, this definitely wins, as it has the highest amount of calories, highest amount of protein, and it doesn't really taste that bad either. Of course, it's not as smooth and as good as the Mars bar shake, but this definitely still tastes pretty good. With that said, now on screen, I'm going to leave you with a list of options that you can add or swap into your shakes to increase the calories and protein even more. And yeah, I hope that's made your Balkan journey a little bit easier. And if you're serious about making a transformation like this, then you can head to the first link in the description, where you can apply for my one-to-one online coaching that offers a personalized workout and nutrition plan tailored around your lifestyle and preferences, one-to-one weekly check-ins with myself, visual tracking of progress, and a whole host of features, all available within my app. And as always, thank you for watching. Drop a like, drop a subscription, and until next time.